It's the 14th of July. I hope everyone's doing amazing. I'm getting ready to run into the grocery store real quick, but I want to make a fast video for you guys. Last night didn't feel right to do it because a lot of people were just jumping out there and trying to jump on the shooting that happened yesterday, alleged shooting. I say alleged because most people I talk to and I see in my daily life around, they really, whether they don't talk about it or they just don't know, usually they have no fucking clue the capabilities of, I guess you can call the enemy, of the adversary, the deep state, the Satanists, the Elohim worshippers, the El, whatever you want to call them. It's just the beings that are out of balance, seeking to bring us out of balance with them because they went against God or Source. They go against what's within our heart, and they seek outside of themselves. They're very, very fucking capable of making a good illusion. It's one of their specialties. That goes back to the name stealers back in China and Asia area. They would literally learn your story, and then they would steal all your stuff, kill you off, and then camouflage themselves as you and go live your life. Back then they can get away with it because there wasn't cameras and phones, and people's names really went farther than their faces did because we couldn't take a picture of you. So it was easier to do it back then. Anyway, yesterday was the alleged shooting, and whether that was Trump on stage or not, a lot of people claim it wasn't, and I'm not going to speculate on any of this stuff. I'm just going to lay out a framework. Could have been Trump, could have been a duplicate, or not a duplicate, but somebody dressed as Trump, wearing a mask, whatnot. But it could have also been the real man, Donald Trump. And the shooting could have been a malicious actor just randomly pissed off at the world because there are a lot of brainwashed people out there. Or it could have been a deep state plant or an MK Ultra victim, somebody who was brainwashed and then activated, which it's not that hard to do. There's a lot of variables of what did happen. We all seen it though, most of us by now. Tomorrow everybody will see it on the news. And that event changes the world, but not only that, Cliff High, I talked about this in my last video, Cliff High and Dick Allgaier and all those guys, they've been talking about a big event on the 15th, 16th. This was a big event on the day before, well, 2 days before that, 13th. And it's going to be real big on the 15th because that's Monday. That's when the news broadcasts come out and everyone really gets into it. However, from what I've heard, there's a lot more going to happen soon. And I've said this before, but Project Bluebeam, we have the deep state and us, but the deep state especially right now, because their goal is to deceive us. They have the technology to project an image in the sky. We've seen this in the Olympics. We've seen this in, they have those, they've done it in school gymnasiums. They show a whale, and then it goes into the court of the basketball court and pops back out. It was all visual manipulation. It was all just like a projector. And that's just what they let you know about. Imagine the top secret shit that they've been spending billions or trillions of dollars on in unlimited manpower or woman power and people dedicated to figuring out how to specifically trick our minds into believing something. They've gotten so good, and Cliff talks about this, they've gotten so good at it, he thinks they don't have the technology. I'm pretty sure they do. Whether he doesn't want to say that, I'm not sure, but I'm going to say exactly what I believe is going on. So I'm pretty confident they have that technology. They affect the vagus nerve system of your body. There's a way to stimulate certain nerves in your body with certain frequencies to give you a euphoric feeling or a horrible feeling or anything in between. And when they do this, coincided with an image in the sky, you might see Jesus or Allah, Muhammad, whomever you're looking to. A lot of people give their power away, and they're waiting for that person to present themselves. People are doing this today with Trump or Biden or Obama and all these guys. If they don't feel powerful enough within themselves, they seek outside for their shepherd, their leader. Coincidentally, my channel is the shepherd, but I've said this in previous videos. I don't want anyone to do what I do because I said it. Use me as an example and make up your own mind. So don't just be a caboose and follow me. Learn from me and then do your own thing. Going back to what I was saying, if somebody broadcasts a figure in the sky that somebody's looking for, a lot of people look for, and then they stimulate your vagus nerve system to make you feel like you've never felt in your life, like a DMT release of euphoria. And I say you may never felt in your life because a lot of people haven't experimented with psychedelics, haven't had the proper breath work. They really didn't do the breath work, or they don't do the breath work. That's one of the best ways to release DMT, is with your breath in and out in certain repetitive motions. Or they may not have had near-death experiences. They may not have died. Literally, some of us have died and came back. And you have experiences when that happens. It's different than the typical reality that most of us call real. So that being said, if they do broadcast something in the sky and then all of a sudden you start feeling something, you'll know it, because it's going to be obnoxiously strong. It'll be something that you either never have felt, or you know you shouldn't be feeling without taking a mushroom or something else. So keep an eye out for that, and also just keep an eye out for just assholes. There's going to be, the deep state wants to make people fight, so they may try to make this a left versus right, or whatever it may be, MAGA versus somebody else. They're going to try anything they can to divide us, so we fight, so we don't see what's really going on. It's up to you to fall for it or not if you want to. But knowing that they plan on doing this when the attack or disturbance or false flag or whatever name you want to give it occurs, you'll have that information to say, well, wait a minute, is that what's really going on? Or is this just a manipulation or projection? So keep your head on a swivel this week especially, but all the time. But as I said, Cliff High and Dick Allgaier, the remote viewers, Cliff's, I don't even know what he really calls it, but it's like bots that scan the internet. It's basically just pooling all the data together and looking at how we talk about things. And then you can actually, it's like a digital or a computerized version of remote viewing is what it is. Because if you're connected to source, well, we all are, but if you choose to really work on that and really settle into your power, you can remote view anything. You can see anything going on anywhere, and you could affect things. We've done experiments on this. Even with a few years ago on my channel, I did that with a couple other channels, and we literally helped. You've seen an effect from everybody meditating at a certain time of day. If you go to the HeartMath website, you can actually see, or the Schumann Resonance. And when we have that, when we settle into that power, you can remote view. Well, the people with the out of balance egos who can't do that, they rely on technology because they've gone against God. They choose to manipulate and control others instead of encouraging and positively influencing somebody. So it's really the other side of the coin. And with the other side of that coin comes problems, because if it's not the pure form that you're doing, and even with that, there's issues of front loading and things, but when you're doing it in technology version, there's a little more wiggle room, more gray area. Things can go wrong, or you get the wrong image, whatnot. So what Cliff and these guys have said is there may be an event in the sky, but whatever it is, it's going to be huge. Literally everybody's going to be talking about it for the next year. And yeah, excuse me, that event that happened yesterday, it's a big deal. We'll ride that emotional wave for a while, but I don't think it's going to be over a year. So something else is about to happen. Hopefully it's beautiful and good. The truth comes out finally. Some top secret documents are leaked and said, hey, the government's been lying to us for so long about nearly everything, and we're all being poisoned. Now we know the enemy. We know what's going on. We can solve the issue. Let's all work together, pool our resources, and cut this shit out. Stop dealing with these parasites. And when I say parasites, I don't view any being as less valuable than another. What I see is when you are purposely trying to harm others, that's when you're parasitic. You're trying to take from somebody against their will. You're going against universal law of free will and trying to harm and manipulate and fill your agenda instead of, helping other people. That's parasitic in my mind. And that could be any race, any gender, any religion. So nothing you can say about that. I don't hate any specific group. I don't even hit the parasites. I just see what they are and say, all right, I'm not going to feed you. I'm going to go the other way. So I love you guys. Keep your head on a swivel. I'm going to go in the grocery store, get some food, and then post a video while I'm in there. So be well and keep your eyes out, but also, you know, be smart about it. Don't just, you know, like some people, they might, like I'm going to the grocery store right now. Please don't think that I'm going to stock up out of fear that I need food to survive whatever. I'm just getting snacks today. But you do stock up just to have enough for a couple days just in case. But it's not about, in no way is it about fear. It's about, I'm busy and I don't have time all the time to go to the store, so I'm going to buy some groceries today. So love you guys, like I said, and I will see you in the next video.